Hey guys, okay, I'm editing, and so there's going to be a couple of moments in this video that you're going to hear some static from my microphone, which is great. That just means I need to change the battery. So unfortunately, it never alerts me that my battery is low in the microphone, so I don't know until I am editing. But there's going to be a couple moments here where there's some static. You can still hear everything I'm saying, and it doesn't last very long, but just there's going to be a little bit of static here and there, so I apologize for that. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to go change my battery, so it's great. But just forewarning, it's not too bad, but sorry.
Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to do a little look and check in on how my goals are going for the year. I try to do this either in June or July every year, so it just kind of keeps me accountable for it, and I can check in on myself and see how I'm actually doing. So we are going to talk about the 6 goals that I set. I set goals in here at the beginning of the year in my Bookworm Life Planner, which I will leave linked down below if you guys haven't checked this planner out yet. I love it. I use it for all my reading stuff. So I set 6 goals, and we're just going to see how we're doing. I haven't checked up on it yet myself, so this is all off the cuff. So let's get a real reaction here. Okay, first goal is my Goodreads goal, which is 100 books. So let's see how I'm doing on that. I believe the app now tells you if you're on track or not with your challenge. So yes, I have read 46 books so far this year, and I am 3 books ahead of schedule. So that's nice. I have a little bit of wiggle room here. But as of today when I'm filming, which I'm probably going to have a couple more under my belt before this video goes up, to be honest with you. But as of right now, I am on track and even a little bit ahead. Okay, so next one is make Christmas book exchange books a big priority. Okay, so I can tell you exactly how many of those I've read this year because I have been keeping track. I wrote down all of my Christmas book exchange books that I have from all 3 years that we've been doing it. And so far this year, I have read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've read 7 of them, and I have a couple more on deck coming up here very soon, like already on my nightstand, ready to go. So 7 books, that's almost a book a month. Yeah, I could probably do better. I could do better at that. So we'll see. My goal for the year is to actually clear the top of my cart because we're going to be doing our exchange again in December. So I wanted to clear the top of my cart to make room for all those books that will be coming in December. So I need to read enough off of that cart to kind of shift things around and shift them down. So probably could work on that a little bit more, but I am reading. Okay, read NetGalley books to raise my ratio percentage. And I'm keeping track of that as well. So my beginning percentage for NetGalley was 40%. That's what I started off the year at. So that's how many books have been sent to me versus how many books I'm reviewing. And that's 40% right now. And they like you to be in the 80s. So I'm not there. But I have read 11 books off of that list. And let me check my percentage real quick. Okay, so my percentage is 43. So I've raised it by 3%. That's fine. Suggested ratio is 80%. So I'm not there. However, I talked to my husband about this a couple weeks ago, and he made a very good point to me because I was talking about how I wanted to read more of those books and get them reviewed and blah, 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 and get my percentage up. He was like, well, is your percentage keeping you from getting approved for books? I said, actually, no. I get approved for a lot. Not every single thing that I want, but I do get approved for a lot, and I do get a lot of NetGalley pre-approved links from publishers now. That really started when COVID hit, and some publishers are still doing that right now. So I guess it's not really affecting my chances of getting approved. So I probably don't need to stress out too much about that. Like I don't need to have it to 80 by the end of the year. I just want it to be higher than when I started. So I guess we could go with that. So even though it's at 43 right now, that's still 3% higher than I had it in the beginning of the year. And I am trying to be much more mindful about what I'm downloading and what I'm requesting and what I'm accepting. So if I get NetGalley links from publishers that are pre-approved, I don't automatically go and download them anymore. I do research on the book and make sure it's something that I am willing to read, because if I commit to it on NetGalley, I try to read it. There is an option for you to skip books or to not provide feedback for whatever reason, but I don't want to do that too much because I don't want them to think that's going to be a habit and then they start not approving me for things. So I want to be very careful about what I choose to download and what I choose to request as well. So I'm not requesting all the books anymore. I'm just kind of like keeping it under control. That way, when I'm reading these books and reviewing them, I'm not just staying steady because I'm also requesting books and getting approved for them as well. So I'm trying to have, more reading than requesting. And I think I'm doing a better job at that. Okay, next one was read one book for the buzzword challenges each month, which I have. I have read one book for every challenge each month. I have one coming up in June. I haven't read it yet, but I will. I already have it picked. So I have been doing the buzzword readathon challenges every month. If you want more information on that, I'll leave the announcement video down below where it's Books and Lala who chose the prompts for every month, and it's just throughout the year. There is a Goodreads group. I'm not personally in that Goodreads group. I'm just doing it based on the prompts and reading whatever. I'm not joining the group or doing a book club or anything like that. But there is an option over on Goodreads if you want that, and that will be all information in Lala's video. So I will just link her announcement down below if you guys want to see more about that. But I have been reading every month for those blogs. Okay, next one was do themed reading vlogs. I've done a couple. I actually just recently posted one. I do want to do more. I'm going to have to wait until after we move though, because moving season is upon us. Things are going to start getting really busy here in the next month when we're like, end of July is when we're heading out. So it's going to be a little crazy and I'm not going to have time for stuff like that. But after we move, I do have some ideas for some reading vlogs I'd like to do. So probably more in the later half of the year is when I'll have a little bit more consistency with that. But I have done a couple this year and I've really enjoyed them. Okay, and my next one is 21 books to read in 2021. So I am going to do a whole video on that. So I'm going to save it for that, but I have been reading from that list and I do need to pay a little bit more attention to it though. So that's something that I think is slowly happening, but I need to kind of amp it up a little bit and making some more intentional decisions on, am I in the mood to read any of these books? When I'm thinking about what I want to read next, are any of these calling out to me right now that I can go ahead and read? So, but I will have a full update on that coming up in a separate video. Okay, guys, those were my goals. I think I'm hitting all of them. Even if there's some that I need to work on a little bit more, I'm still making progress. So I think it's pretty good. My book exchange ones, I definitely need to amp up a little bit, and my 21 books I need to amp up a little bit as well. But everything else, I'm doing things and I'm happy with my progress on those. So I think I'm doing pretty well. It's nice to not have 15 goals. I only picked 6 because there's Polaroids here for goals and there's only 6. So I limited myself to 6. I could have picked more goals if I wanted to, but I think I probably would have been overwhelmed and not successful if I had done that. So keeping it short, sweet, simple is helping me be a little bit more successful right now, which I definitely need. So that is how my reading is going as far as my reading goals go. So you're going to get some more details on some of those here again soon in separate videos, but let me know how your goals are going. Do you check in halfway through the year? And if you do, how are you doing? Let me know. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.